Hello, my name is Amanda. Welcome to your 60-minute Vinyasa flow today. Today we're going to be focusing on opening up the hips. I definitely encourage you to grab some blocks if you have some available for you to help you move through our poses and feel supported in your practice today. We're going to begin with a 5-minute session of either meditation or journaling, your choice, and I will guide you back to your practice here in about 5 minutes. When you're ready, if you're journaling, you can go ahead and wrap up your journaling. If you're meditating, you can start to bring your awareness back to your practice. We're going to begin with just some box breathing here. If you'd like to take a mudra, hands on the knees, whatever position feels comfortable for you. We're going to start to inhale. As you're inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing at the top of your breath for 1, 2, and exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Continue breathing like you. Excellent job. When you're ready, we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. Finding those knees stacked under your hips, wrists under the shoulders. Once you're grounded and ready, you're going to go ahead and inhale, dropping the belly, coming into cat, opening up through the chest and the throat area. And then exhale, rounding down through the spine, finding space between the shoulder blades, pushing away from the earth. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round through. One more time. As you inhale. And exhale. And make your way back to a neutral position. And when you're ready, you're going to flip those toes, moving into downward facing dog. Now this is your first down dog of the day. So you can move, pedal it out if you need to. Give a nice generous bend in the knees. Give yourself lots of grace. And when you're ready, you can make your way to the top of the mat, finding your first forward fold for the practice. Nice generous bend in the knees. Let that chest come down, meet the knees here. You can let the arm, cross the arms, let the head hang heavy if you would like, or you can keep the fingertips on the earth. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, finding that half lift. And then exhale, fold. Again, nice generous bend in the knees. Inhale, root to rise, send the arms up, overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Pausing for a moment. We're going to dive into our first sun salutation for the day. As you inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, fold, planting the hands down into the earth as you step it back into plank. Exhaling, shifting forward, lowering down through chaturanga. Finding yourself either in cobra or baby cobra. And when you're ready, flowing like you into downward facing dog. Making your way to the top of the mat. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, finding half lift. and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhaling, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhaling, fold. Stepping your way back into plank. As you shift forward and lower yourself down. Good chaturanga, coming into baby cobra or cobra. Making your way into downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of the mat. When you're ready, finding that half lift. Folding, and then root to rising. Bringing those hands to meet at heart center. Pausing for a moment. This time when you inhale, you're going to send the arms up, but you're going to step the left leg back, coming into a crescent lunge on the right side. I want you to make sure that that knee is still stacked over the ankle here. Your hips tend to open up to the side. If that's happening to you, try to peel that right hip crease back. Get those hips facing forward. You're up on the ball of the foot here in the back. If arms overhead are too much for you, you're welcome to bring them down to heart center here. Listen closely. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, extend up, straighten that front leg, and then exhale, sink it down. You may need to widen your stance here. What I mean by that is if you're on a narrow here, you may need to walk your legs out a little bit wider. Just for some balance. Inhale, lift up, straighten the legs, and exhale, sink back down. I'm weebly wobbling all over the place today. Not very grounded. Gotta get myself focused here. Inhale up. And exhale lower. Inhale up. And exhale lower. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Hold. Go ahead and float the arms down to the earth. Make any kind of adjustments coming into a low lunge position. When you're ready, you're going to drop that knee to the earth, the left knee. And I want you to sit up. You can grab your blocks if you'd like to find some extra lift. You're going to be sinking down into that hip flexor here. Like me, you just notice that your ankle's way behind your knee. Just kind of inch those toes forward until that knee is stacked over the ankle. When you're ready, we're going to shift back, coming into a runner stretch. Again, the blocks are an excellent tool for this. Flexing the toes, on your right leg, peeling that right hip crease back. You want to try to get your hips in line with each other here. Finding that lift, that open chest, and then roll it forward, sinking into that hip flexor. Nice and tall. Pull it back into that runner stretch. Roll it forward. And peel it back. Excellent job. You can go ahead and set your blocks off to the side. You're going to roll it forward, coming into a low lunge. Means bringing that back knee off the earth if you're able to. If you'd like to keep it rooted down to the earth, that's perfectly fine. Once you're all set, you're going to inhale, sending the right arm up to the sky, finding a nice twist. If you need to keep your gaze down to the earth, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and plant the right arm back down to the earth. This time, inhaling your left arm up to the sky. Plant the left hand down, and when you feel grounded, you're gonna go ahead and raise yourself back up, whoopsie, into a crescent lunge. Turning to face the front of your mat, whoop, coming into a star pose. Go ahead and fold over and relax, letting the head hang heavy. As you inhale, I want you to find that half lift, and then exhale, fold. And go ahead and stand right on back up. Pardon me, we're gonna move into a side lunge. I want you to take that right foot, rotate it towards the front of your mat here. Start to sink down, finding that side lunge position. If you need to make any kind of adjustments along the way, please feel free. You're still very tight in your core here. Hips are in line with each other. Nice tall chest, tall throat. Hands can be at heart center, down at your side, out to the side, up top. Wherever is calling to you, that's perfectly fine. Mine are calling for me to stay grounded here, so that's where I'm gonna stay. All right, we're gonna move into a side angle. To do that, I want you to grab that block, place it on the inside of your, sorry, my body's calling for the outside of the outside of the right knee here, right side, right ankle. Go ahead and plant that right hand down on top of it. And you want to create a nice long line from that right hand. I draw my hand up, across my chest, sending the left arm up high, coming into side angle. Excellent job. Go ahead and release that. Start to walk that foot around and back into that wide-legged position. Pardon me. Moving on to the other side. Go ahead and rotate your left foot towards the back of your mat, finding that side lunge position. Nice and tall to the center. When you're ready, grabbing that block, left hand outside of the left ankle here, making sure that knee is still stacked over the ankle. Draw the line from your left hand up across the body and up to the sky, finding side angle. Make any kind of adjustments that your body's calling you to do in this process. Reaching far, far away with that right hand up to the sky. Go ahead and releasing. This time, I want you to take that back foot here and rotate yourself. Move your blocks with you. You're going to be coming into a crescent lunge position, facing the back of your mat with your left foot forward. Again, crescent lunge, back of the mat, arms up, left foot's forward. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, lift up, straighten that front leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more as you inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. When you're ready, go ahead and melt those hands down to the earth, finding yourself in your version of low lunge. Making sure that that knee is staying stacked over the ankle. Go ahead and lower the back knee to the earth. Grab your blocks, finding your lift. Start to melt that right hip crease down to the earth. Still maintaining a nice, strong core as you sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and rock back, coming into your runner stretch here, peeling that left hip crease back, flexing the left foot. Roll it forward. Pay attention to where your ankle is back here. Like if your foot is turned in or more out versus straight on, that can change how that feels in your hip. Again, I want you to try to keep it as straight as possible. And if that's really pushing too hard on your hip, then you need to back off of how deep you're sinking into your hip flexor here. Roll it back for a runner stretch. And forward one more time for that hip flexor. Roll it back. Runner stretch. Go ahead and set your blocks to the side. As you're coming forward, finding that low lunge position. Again, you can leave that knee rooted to the earth if you would like. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, sending the left arm up to the sky, finding a nice twist. Back down to the earth, and inhale, sending the right arm up to the sky. Lower your right hand back down to the earth. When you're ready, you're going to root to rise, coming up into a nice crescent lunge here. Twist it open to the side of your mat, finding star pose. It's a big stretch. And go ahead and fold over. Relaxing the arm, letting the head hang heavy. Inhale, finding half lift. Exhale, folding. Inhale, go ahead and stand right on up. We're going to move to the side angle poses again, starting with the left leg this time. Rotate that left foot towards the front of your mat. Start to sink down, coming into that side lunge position. Nice strong legs here. Opening up that hip crease right here in the front. Ready, you can grab that block, left hand outside of the left ankle, sending that right hand up long, nice straight line coming in side angle. Bring yourself back to center, walking the feet parallel. This time I want you to take the right leg, start to rotate it out, finding yourself in a side lunge. Your right leg bent this time. Ready? Right hand with the block, outside of the right ankle, sending that left arm up across your body, extending it up to the sky. Excellent job. Go ahead and release that and move like you to make your way, pardon me, to the top of your mat, grounding down into a forward folded position. Just relaxing here a moment, allowing legs to take a small break. Much needed break, well earned break. When you're ready, you're going to plant the hands on the earth. Step it back to plank. Shift forward. Lower down through chaturanga, coming into cobra or, upward facing dog. Flipping yourself on over to downward facing dog. Making your way to the top of the mat. Finding your half lift. And folding. Moving to rise here. And exhaling hands to heart center. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and step it back into plank. As you inhale, shift forward, finding either cobra or upward facing dog. Shifting through. To downward facing dog. Listen closely here. You're going to send the right leg up behind you for three-legged dog, and then you're going to step it forward. Planting it in between your hands here, finding a low lunge. Pause for a moment. You start to walk that right foot out to the right side of your mat, to the right side of your hand. You're going to find your right knee married to the outside of your right shoulder. Dropping that back leg, starting to find your version of lizard. Lizard may be upright and locked position like I'm in now, or you can grab that block, start to lower your elbows down to the earth. And again, keep that right knee pressed into that right shoulder the entire time. And if you're able to go all the way down to the earth without the blocks for support, please feel free to do that. Go ahead and sit up if you're bent over. You're going to start to walk that right foot across your mat to the left side of your mat, coming into pigeon. Dropping the knee down, sinking down. Now, if your shin here does not come parallel to the top of the mat, that's fine. Everybody's hips are a little bit different, and so we have to work ourselves into finding what feels comfortable in our own bodies. That being said, if you feel yourself dropping back and sitting on that right hip crease, grab a block and tuck it underneath that right hip there to give yourself lots of support for your practice and for your pose. And again, you can remain upright, or you can start to marry those elbows down towards the earth, perhaps finding support on a block along the way. Finding yourself in your version of pigeon. Give me 3 more cycles of breath. Excellent. When you're ready, start to set up a little bit. And then dump yourself over on that right hip crease there. The right side of the right hip, start to peel yourself out of that position. Very slowly, pardon me. Making your way back to tabletop and eventually into downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Pigeons are a big, big stretch. Noticing the difference between your right and your left sides now. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna inhale, send that left leg up to the sky, finding three-legged dog, and then send it forward, placing it in between your hands, finding low lunge. Start to walk that left foot to the outside of the left mat, marrying it, that knee to the shoulder, dropping the back knee when you're ready, and working your way into your version of lizard. Upright, you can lower yourself down to the earth. You can grab that block for support under the left hip here. Whatever is feeling good in your body, that's what I want you to do. Start to peel yourself off the mat if you're down. Dropping that left hip crease over to the earth, slowly rolling out of your version of pigeon. Making your way, moving like you into your downward facing dog. You're going to make your way to the top of your mat. Listen closely as you inhaling, root to rise, swing the arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Float them down into a nice tall mountain. I want you to pause and just notice how your body feels. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, move back into plank. As you shift forward, lower down through chaturanga, moving into your final up dog for the day. Shifting through to your final down dog for the day. When you're ready, you're going to make your way to the top of the mat here. Inhale, when you're ready, finding that half lift. Exhale, folding. Listen closely here. As you inhale, you're going to drop your bottom, send your arms up high, moving into chair. Sending the gaze out far in front of you. Now this is hard on your shoulders. You're welcome to bring them here. Hands to heart center. Still finding chair, grounding down through those feet. Maybe as you exhale, you try to sink those hips a little bit lower. Feeling the burn. One more cycle of breath here. And as you exhale, stand up into a nice tall mountain pose. Taking a moment to ground down through those feet. All right, when you're ready, you're going to turn and face the side of your mat. Grab a block. Excuse me. So you have it, oopsie, handy. I'm moving my mat around. We're going to be moving into a yogi squat. This is a huge hip opener for you. And I definitely find that you feel very supported when you use your block. So I encourage you to use that if you have it close by. You can just place it kind of a little off to the side here. You're going to move your feet. I move mine a little wider than hip distance apart. But you'll be able to kind of play around with it. Maybe you sink down and you go like, oh, that's too tight or that's too far away. You can make adjustments as you go. But when you're ready, you're going to inhale, take those hands, find them in prayer, send the thumbs right up to the breastbone here, right up to heart center. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale, start to lower down to the earth. Notice my elbows are coming out. You're finding my knees. Woo! Dropping that bottom down to the earth. Now, a lot of times when you're here, I see a lot of people when they're new to this. This is a big stretch, remind you. You start to see how my shoulders are like rounded forward. What you're aiming for is that lift in the chest, elbows pressing the knee out. And I'm not perfect even at this, so I encourage you to grab that block, place it under your bottom. You're still in a humongous hip opening position, but it allows you to really push those knees out and really build that strength in the back body and the chest to really open up here to a nice deep yogi squat. And if you have to sit on more than one block, it's perfectly normal. Like I said, this is a humongous hip opening stretch for your yogi squat. It takes a lot of strength in the back to pull that chest up, to find that length in the back body. Give me one more cycle of breath here. Go ahead and release. Bring the bottom to the earth. I just want you to relax. Maybe you round through the spine a little bit. Ready, we're going to do the yogi squat one more time. Find that squat position. Carry those heels down to the earth as best as possible. Again, re-ground yourself. Find that block. Put those hands at heart center. Brace them together and start to bring them to heart center as you inhale. Lifting that chest. Finding the space. Building that strength in the back body. Opening up the chest and the hips. One more cycle of breath. to make your way into a cobbler's pose. It means you're bringing the soles of the feet together here. Some call it butterfly, some call it cobbler. Grounding down. Now, if this still feels very tight in your hip and you're not comfortable here, grab that block, tuck it under your bottom, sit up nice and tall, give yourself that extra space here. Go ahead, maybe you go ahead and massage the feet a little bit. We've been grounding a lot in this practice with our feet. Maybe the soles of the feet are a little bit tender. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall, and just fold over here, allowing the head to hang heavy. Maybe you continue that massage on the little toes here. Go ahead and sit up again. This time I want you to fold forward, but keep that flatter back. Remember, like we have that block in front of us and we're trying to peer over the end of our toes or over the block. And then round down through the spine. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Pardon me. Send those arms out wide to the side. If you want to move your legs out a little bit further in front of you, we're going to take a twist here or bring them in closer. Find what feels comfortable in your body. When you're ready, you're going to send that right arm over to the left knee. Left arm's going behind you. You're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall, leaving those knees open, and exhale as you twist open. Inhale, finding that lift. And then as you exhale, maybe you deepen your twist. Release and come back to center. Go ahead and send those arms out wide again. This time left hand, right knee, right hand, right behind you. Inhale, finding that lift. And then exhale, sinking into your twist. Go ahead and unwind yourself. Maybe you shake the legs out a little bit here. Give them a little flutter. I want you to send your left leg out long and bring that right knee up, coming into a center. Cross that right knee over the left. And I just want you to wrap that left arm around that right leg. Kind of pull it in for a nice gentle hug here. You should feel that stretch in the outside of your right hip. Sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and switch your legs, sending the right leg out long. Left leg comes up. When you're ready, pick it up, cross it over, right arm on the outside of the leg here, and hug it into that chest, sitting up nice and tall. Again, you should feel that stretch right here on the outside of your hip. Make your way into tabletop position, however that looks for you. All right, once you're in tabletop, I want you to walk the left knee over to meet the right, and then I want you to take the right knee, kind of cross it over your left. I know that seems weird, but you're just crisscrossing your legs, basically, behind you, where your knees are kind of stacked in a line over each other. You're going to splay out to the outside, grab a block, and we're going to go ahead and start to sit back, placing that block below our bottom here, finding ourselves in the cow face position. Make some adjustments here. Your knees, one second, let me turn to face you. Your knees should be stacked over each other and in alignment as fast as you can here. And the reason I asked you to grab that block is because for a lot of people, this is a very, very tight hip position, okay? So give yourself that extra lift to be able to sit up nice and tall. And if you feel comfortable in this position, you are certainly welcome to try to remove the block and ground that bottom down to the earth. And again, you might have to make some adjustments here. And if this feels good for you, stay here. If this feels like too much pressure and tension in your hips, grab your block. Sit up nice and tall. Hands are just coming to heart center. Relaxing those legs. Need 3 more cycles of breath here. When you're ready, you can start to unwind those legs, slowly but surely, so them out long in front of you. And I want you just to kind of fold over your legs a little bit. Don't crank down, just allow yourself to relax here a minute. Maybe you sit up, wiggle those legs out. And when you're ready, move back into that tabletop position. This time you're going to walk the right knee over to meet the left. Take the left knee, cross it across. Send those legs out to the side. Again, have that block close by. Start to walk yourself back. You may notice the side may be looser or maybe tighter than your previous side. And that's fine. Your hips are different on each side of your body. Everyone's hips are different. Give yourself lots of grace. My body feels tighter, so it's okay. We're going to give ourselves grace. We're going to stay up on that block and feel supported. Cycles of breath here. Excellent. Go ahead and start to unravel the legs. Sending those legs out long in front of you. Folding over gently. Just relaxing for a moment. Wiggle the legs out. When you're ready, you're going to make your way down to your back. Keeping those knees, drawing them into the chest. Nice gentle roll to the right and to the left here, massaging the low back. When you're ready, find stillness. Reach down and we're moving into happy baby. And typically you grab the outside of the feet and kick the feet up to the sky. Push down through that tailbone if you want to push it away from you. However, this is again a lot of level of flexibility. So if you can't reach the outside of your feet, reaching the inside of your feet is just fine. Even reaching the back of your calves. It creates the same sensations. It's just a matter of where our flexibility is at in our body and what feels good. If you want to take any kind of free movement in Happy Baby, feel free. Go ahead and release, sending the feet down to the earth. Arms are going to come out to a T. Windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Next time you're to your right side, just let the knees fall to the right. Maybe you send your gaze to the left. If you'd like, you can take that right ankle and stack it on top of the left knee, just deepening the stretch if that feels good in your body. When you're ready, you can bring yourself back to a neutral position. And then allow the knees to drop over to the left side of the mat. And again, maybe you send your gaze off to the right. And if you're looking to deepen the stretch, you can cross that left foot over the top of your right knee. When you're ready, you can unfold, bringing yourself back into neutral, bringing those knees up to the chest, giving yourself a nice gentle squeeze. Any kind of final movements that you would like. We're going to move into Shavasana. When you're ready, you're going to send the legs out long. You can bring the arms down to your side, place them on the belly and the chest, whatever is your preference, letting the feet fall out to the side. Entering your Shavasana, and trust that I will guide you out when it's over. When you're ready, you're going to start to bring awareness back to your body. Maybe you wiggle the fingers and the toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles, moving the arms and the legs, fluttering those eyes open if they're closed. And when you're ready, you can roll to your side and start to make your way into a seated position of your choice. When you're ready, you can bring those hands together and up to your third eye. Thank you for joining me today.